RPRY is a school with a rich history.
RPRY is a warm and friendly place that puts a heavy emphasis on a great education, both Judaic and secular. When you think about the community, you associate it with Rabbi Pesach Horim Yeshiva. It's where so many of us got our foundation and our beginning. I think there's a lot of community feeling and the feeling of a strong community in the school.
It has an incredible tradition of educating students and really preparing them for life beyond these walls.
My parents came to the community in 1938 when my father was brought in as the chief rabbi. The ideas that my father hadn't found in the school were that it not just be a Jewish school, but it be recognized as a quality school, both in Jewish education, of course, but also in general studies.
Historically, this school, I view it as the anchor of the Jewish community. Without a day school like RPRY, this community would never have grown the way it did. It would never have attracted many of the families who came to live here.
We've just seen it develop over the years into being a first-rate program in terms of the academics and developing all the values that we so enjoyed into a thriving culture for our kids.
I think the educational priorities at RPRY are really educating each and every student in a way that's respectful and appropriate for each student.
And that means that when children are excelling, they receive enrichment, and if children might feel like they need extra support, the school gives them that too.
I began here in 3rd grade. It was my first experience in a Jewish school, and I had a lot of catching up to do in Judaic studies, in reading and writing Hebrew, and the teachers really gave me the special attention that I needed. I think that really shows that RPRY is able to address the needs of specific students.
An emphasis that we've been placing on the last couple of years is improving and increasing small group instruction.
I love having the opportunity to work with different students at their own level and being able to create groupings and pulling different children in different groups and always having them fluid.
Teaching used to be a traditional kind of field with a sage on a stage, and I think RPRY recognizes that that's not the only way to teach.
The classroom experience has to be a mixture of frontal teaching, group work, outdoor activities, class plays, and music, and so many different things that make it an interesting and exciting experience for the child.
Different teachers teach with different methods. Some teach like right on the board, some we do projects in, and it's good that everyone has different teaching methods because that way you're able to focus more on what you're learning and you probably won't forget it.
We use the term academic excellence. I think we really have to broaden it somewhat to include excellence in whatever area they find strength. They can be excellent at Maccabiah, they can be excellent at socializing, and most important, they can be excellent at Chesed.
RPRY has an impressive amount of additional programs and co-curricular offerings. STEM is one that stands out.
We have an amazing art program with our art teacher who is constantly inspiring the children to explore a different side of them. It's grown so much even since when I was a student here that there's so many more opportunities for children to really express themselves in so many different ways.
The same kind of school spirit that goes to basketball or hockey also goes to the Torah Bowl, and I like that a lot because I think it shows the kids these are all important things.
I think it teaches them values, it teaches them teamwork, it teaches them to put in tremendous effort into something and to see that effort bear fruit.
We are very fortunate and blessed that our children are alumni of RPRY. They themselves will tell you that the RPRY education is the foundation of their lives. It gave them the core and the basic underlying foundation that led to them being the adults they are today.
One of the things that I really value about RPRY is that it equips boys and girls to learn, study, and grow intellectually on an equal footing. I want my daughter to grow up feeling that all of Jewish tradition is hers and that the whole world of general studies also is hers for the taking.
Something that I heard from all the high school principals where all my kids attended school and even beyond. The kids from RPRY, they come into high school, they're well prepared, and they're nice kids. They have great values.
The high schools report that not only are our students very well prepared academically, but they really stand out amongst their student body in terms of the respect that they treat their teachers and their peers. And that's so important to us. That interpersonal relationship and those values are core of what we believe.
I think some of the values that RPRY instills in its students are love of learning, in particular of Judaism, of Torah, and love of Israel.
Love for Israel, for the state of Israel, for the land of Israel, is really key in RPRY's philosophy.
The ideal is expressed in the fact that there's so many alumni here have gone on to either serve in the Israeli army or have made Aliyah and actually moved to the state of Israel.
All three of my children went to Israel for a year, and I really think the seeds of their Zionism, you know, we could take credit and say they were sown at home, but I think they really were sown at RPRY.
That connection with Israel that I began and continued to build in RPRY led me to spend a year in Israel after high school and eventually made Aliyah and joined the IDF.
We're so proud of all the students that we have studying in Israel and who have served in the IDF. It stands out here at RPRY how much our students and our alumni are committed and love the state of Israel.
It's a real challenge to raise children today who love their Judaism, love being Jewish, love to daven, love to learn. And I would say all three of my kids came away with a love of davening.
My oldest son, something that I've seen grow in him recently, which I think is really wonderful. As a middle schooler now, he participates in daily davening, daily minyan, and he really wants to be part of that. And for me, that sense of pride, the sense of belonging, the sense of wanting to give to the community, those are the values that I am so enjoying seeing the school cultivate in him.
The essence of our RPRY education for our children was really to help create the kind of adults we wanted our children to turn out to be in the future.
An RPRY education is also only successful if we instill in our students a love of learning and a commitment to lifelong learning and to grow as individuals and as Jews.
The education I received here shaped my identity to continue learning Torah.
We want our students to feel a part of a warm, close-knit family.
The community that is RPRY is someplace that you want to be a member of. You want to be in our classrooms with our little children, with our big children.
You can't underestimate the value of RPRY in helping build strong families and helping families raise their children to become proud and successful adult Jews.
There's a real sense of belonging that I think comes from not just a sense of community, but a sense of family.
If my father were here today, he would say, I did the right thing.
RPRY is our school.
It's our community.
It's our second home.
This is where we learn about math, language arts and science,
about Israel and Torah.
About Israel and Torah.
This is where we learn
what it means to be a Jew.
What it means to be a Jew.
RPRY has such a rich past.
and such a promising future.
And it's a future.
And it's a future.
And it's a future we're so happy to be part of.